The farm's out of control, guys. And in this video, I'm taking back control. But first, a little video montage of this beautiful morning. I haven't collected these duck eggs in a few days, so they're just going to the pigs this morning. Good morning, everybody. It is such a beautiful morning. It's nice and cool. It's supposed to get hot a little bit later, but to start the day, boy, absolutely serene and tranquil. I think pretty soon I got to get these piglets outside too, because they're getting big and strong. Maybe they need to get outside to get fresh air and some of that grass that's out there. So it's almost like a pasture, you know? Rabbit, you want some eggs? Hey, Rabbit. You want some eggs? Here, Rabbit. Can I put it in here now? I must say that Bobby is doing an incredible job drinking from this new waterer, and there's far less mess in here. Yeah, Bobby, you're getting it, buddy. Good job. I'm proud of you. But Billy is having a really hard time, and I noticed that she wasn't drinking, so I gave her waterer back. Basically, I can see that all the peanut butter is still stuck in there and it's all dry. So because it's dry, I'm worried that the mama is not drinking enough water, especially while she's nursing the piglets. So I gotta think of something else, maybe another thing like peanut butter, you know. I guess peanut butter didn't work with Billy. It worked with Bobby. Bobby did a great job, and now he's sucking on that water. It's like a fountain for him. What are you guys doing? You're eating Mama's food. Now that Billy and Bobby are finished those eggs, my darling brought some nice watermelon. And of course, I saved a little piece for the piglets so that they can nibble on it. It's nice and watery and they're not going to choke on it. Yeah, I want some of this banana. Okay, Billy. You guys want the banana too, eh? You're okay, right? You're just gonna let him. Where are you guys going? And very, very soon, for everybody that keeps bugging me that Bobby doesn't have access to the outside, it's only temporary. You know, he's living a great life with his buddy, the nameless rabbit. But I will be poking a hole in the wall there and building him a fence and a gate so I can get in. And that's gonna be soon. We have another farm stay guest coming today. They're here for 2 nights. And I gotta get a little bit of the lawn cut. That takes me several hours to get the lawn cut, but it's a little bit too wet right now, so that'll be later. I gotta start taking control of this farm, or it's just gonna get way out of hand. Yesterday, my Darden and I were here, and we were fixing up the front gate area of the chicken house / chicken yard. And what we did is we put like a landscape fabric down, and we got a whole bunch of hostas. But I'd like to cover that landscape fabric with wood chips, you know, like a mulch. And I have my own wood chipper, of course, as many of you know. But I got this big pile of trees right here that I gotta clean up anyway, because like I said, we have a guest coming for the farm stay, and I wanna clean this up. So let me get my tractor. I'm gonna get all of this stuff chipped, and we're gonna finish off that nice little garden section in the front of the chicken house. This little garden area here should come up really well next year, and it'll look really sharp. I got all my tools in the chicken house here. I got to get them all cleaned up since I'm finally finished the last coop. So I'd say that this custom ultimate Chateau du Poulet chicken house is about 99% done. And that's a big relief because this has been 2 years in the making. It's a lot of work. So I got that part under control at least. One of the things that's gotten out of control is the meat chickens. Hi meaties, how you doing? So one of the challenges I've been facing with these meaties is that I didn't do a good job of keeping track of when we got them versus how heavy they need to be for harvest. And now I'm gonna look back. I got myself a whiteboard and I'm gonna look back at the dates and my receipts and all that. Because seriously folks, these guys are inching closer to the harvest weight, and I mean, it's something. They grow extraordinarily fast. So I got these meat chicks on June 21st. I went back and checked my paperwork. So I'm marking down right here that the harvest date or dates is going to be approximately September 21st. Now my daughter and I have a lot of meat birds to do. We have 30 of these bad boys. What we've learned when we're doing the harvesting ourselves is that we're comfortable doing 10 a day. We don't have a whole crew of friends and family coming to help us. We just do it ourselves, keep it low-key and quiet. What we found is 10 per day. So we're gonna start on September 20th, do it on the 21st and the 22nd. That's gonna give us 3 days, and we should finish 30 birds in 3 days. And that's how we're gonna do it. So that kind of settles that. That's another thing under control now. I found this gate anchor thing at the Peavey Mart. Peavey Mart is like a farm store here in Ontario. You guys have Tractor Supply, we have Peavey Mart. And it's just this thing. I guess it's on a little spring. And I'm gonna mount it right here because this door has been blowing open in the wind. Fuzzy, I'm working. I'm gonna need something to put in the ground. I thought I could use this pipe. It's just a leftover pipe that I found here on the farm, but I think the hole is not quite big enough. I don't want to just put it in the soil because eventually it's gonna just move the soil because it's very sandy soil. If it was a clay soil, then you could probably do that. But this is good enough for now. I'll just jam it in. And I mean, it's not going to move in the wind at least. Olive, you got a frog right there. You got a frog right there. Look. Look. See? This is the kind of ridiculous tall grass and weeds that harbor ticks and other disease-carrying pests. That's why I need to keep this under control also, because this is where I'm going to be working to put a door to the outside for Bobby the boy mini pig, somewhere over there. So I'm going to be building a fence here. I don't want to be itching up my legs, scratching myself with all these weeds and grasses. That's brutal. so I can work in there. I got another serious thing I gotta show you guys. It's an ongoing problem, but first I need a bucket of soapy water. Anybody who's been following the channel for some time knows that we've been dealing with an infestation of Japanese beetles. This thing right here is a Japanese beetle trap, and it does a really great job of attracting the beetles, and they fall into the bag gets filled up, and then you just empty the bag. And that's exactly why I have the soapy water. Japanese beetles are a flying beetle, so they're very difficult to catch and stay caught. So you fill a bucket with the soapy water, and the suds help to prevent the beetle from flying away. And once they've all drowned and dead, I'll feed them to the chickens. Yeah, a lot of them are dead anyway because they've been in there for a few weeks, but that's okay. I just want to use the soapy water to prevent any that are still alive from flying away. So right now I have 3 traps out here in the orchard because they've destroyed our trees again. Look, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is a cherry tree, okay? They've skeletized the leaves. You know, they just eat all like the chlorophyll and the leaf portion, and they leave the veins. Look. Get out of here. That's like the one leaf left. There's nothing left on this tree. Look at this. And the traps are full, and the tree's still being ravaged. So it is what it is. Hopefully it's cyclical, and every 3, 4, 5 years it'll get less and less of these things. And if I keep trapping them and trapping them and trapping them, but it might be a reason why the cherry trees are not giving us any flowers or fruits. This is already the 3rd full year for these trees, and we bought them a big size already. As you can see, it's taller than me. Very disappointing and frustrating to deal with these beetles. Gosh, oh, they stink. They stink, and there's like maggots in there because a lot of them are dead and the flies are attracted to it. Chickens are gonna love it though. So, you know, you're supposed to buy a new bag and just dispose of the bag. But the bags now it's like for a package of 2, it's like $8. And then every year you need the new scent, you know, the bait. That's like $6.99. So every year for every trap, it's gonna cost you like $12, $13. That adds up every single year. I've probably spent like $200 already trying to get these Japanese beetles. Here, while we're out here, check this out. I've already tarped where the corn is, and this is where the corn's gonna go next year, and I'm using the tarp to prevent the sun from reaching the soil. Because it's so hot underneath because of the sun, it should kill all the weeds. That's the system with the tarps. And what I've done is transferred the corn into containers. I do not know if the corn will do well in containers, but I'm trying it anyway. These weeds right here are so out of control. I'm having such a hard time even just getting to the duck house. Time to take care of business. There is one item that's still out of control, and it's probably going to be out of control for a while, and that is the watering system in the garden. And I'm going to have to invest a little bit of money to set it up. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know if I want one of those drip irrigations or if I want sprinklers, or I'm not exactly sure, but whatever it is, it's going to be money. And I've been saving up all my money from my sawmill, which I haven't bought yet because it's expensive. So I'm trying not to spend too much money and save up for that sawmill. But I've just been coming in here every day. Sometimes my darling comes in and we water the garden with the hose, and that does the trick. It's just that it takes like more than an hour. I'm gonna have to start thinking about 1 or 2 more beds that have a trellis in it, because like down there we planted those snap peas and they seem to want to grow to about 4 feet tall. But I wonder if I might just do just like I did in the tomatoes there. That might be good enough. We're very proud of this garden this year. It's still overgrown. It's out of control over there. That whole side is out of control, guys. So don't think that this garden is perfect. I've been working on it in and amongst all the other stuff that I do. But man, see, there's supposed to be more beds there. But like I said, I don't want to spend any money because I'm trying to get this sawmill. This is totally out of control here. This is the little bed that I picked all that garlic, and look at it. It's all weeds and grass. So I don't know, maybe I'll get like a tarp the size of this and then tarp it also, just like I did with the corn out there, trying to kill all what's underneath, you know? Oh, cabbage is getting nice and firm. Beautiful. Look at this purple one. That's amazing. Some of these peppers are looking awesome. Look at that pepper. Bubbles the barn cat is doing really great. She's in the crate for a couple of weeks now, and I'm able to put my hand in there, and she's treating me very nice. She's letting me pet her, and she's pushing her head. So I decided to let her out of the cage because I felt like she was going a little crazy. And now she's able to explore the cat house, which is my old workshop, and the catio, and it'll just give her a little bit of freedom. And I just really hope that she'll still come back and allow me to pet her so that I can continue making her a bit more tame. But I think she's done really well, and I'm proud of her for the progress that she's made. Bubbles! You're okay. There was some hissing from the rest of the claw crew, but after a few days it subsided, and they seem to me that they're all getting along now. So look at Mango. He's watching Olive like a hawk. Him and Olive don't get along too well. You'll notice in my workshop here, I got all these Rubbermaid bins stacked up with all my stuff because the cats have pretty much taken over my workshop. This place is a disaster. There's cat hair everywhere. It's hard to breathe when I stay in here for any length of time. And sadly, workshops and several cats don't mix. I think it would be okay if it was one cat, but not all our claw crew. So I gotta make myself a workshop. I won't do that until I get a sawmill, but I'm hoping to get it done at least before winter because this is a disaster. You're crazy, Billy. You're horny already? What are you doing? Well, thanks for following along as I get my farm a little bit more under control. And I'm sure any homesteader or small farmer faces the same challenges that I do. There's never enough hours in the day. There's never enough time to get anything done. But we all have a lot of fun living this small farm life.